So when I got home this day, I skipped the entire pay-per-view. Essentially, I didn't watch the whole thing. So I finally got a chance to look at the entirety of this match, which people kept on talking about over and over again. And it was news to me when Jim Cornette was talking about it on his thing, and I was like, "All right, let me give it a look." And even Cornette said that maybe there should have been a quote unquote audible called and had the titles changed that day. And all of a sudden, because that stupid ass fucking unqualified journalist was talking about it to Tony Khan. You don't fucking talk to the booker about a match when you're supposed to be there to talk about the actual match. Like, talk to the champions, talk about the challengers. Don't talk about the booker and his decisions. Don't fucking do that. That's number one. Don't fucking talk about the booking decisions. Audible call. Who the fuck are you to talk about that shit? So, I looked at the match, and I 1 billion% agree with not changing the titles. Here's why. When they had the match, the crowd was biased toward the Acclaimed from the get-go. That's number one. Number two, the Swerve Not Glory team was played up as heels in the match, so therefore more heat against them. They were like Swerve was like acting all cocky. Keith Lee was not doing the scissor thing. He was being like outlandish and like standoffish. They were being complete and utter heels in the match. So of course, naturally, the fans wanted the good guys to quote unquote good guys to win. Thirdly, people love title changes. Period. They love any kind of title change. So of course they wanted like their favorites of the whatever. They wanted them to win, like the titles or whatever. Fourthly, Andrew Bowens was clearly legitimately injured in the match early on. And I don't know if the crowd knows, but Bowens has been injured quite a lot in his history with the company. And I'm like, no. Like, I know Tony's stupid when his decisions sometimes, but don't be that stupid. Don't give your tag belts, your only tag belts, besides trios now, obviously. Don't give your only tag belts to a team that's likely going to get injured in the second week of holding them. Cass has been pretty much okay, but Bowens is like a walking disaster. He's basically like fucking what's his name, Kota Ibushi. Do not give that guy the belt. Do not give any belt to Owens. Don't do that. No. So, fifthly, Jesus Christ, in the match, the Bowens got legitimately injured, like I just said, and he was working through the pain. The problem with that was it was working the crowd. It's the same thing that Matt Jackson does occasionally in his matches. He has that tape around his back or whatever. He plays the back injury. He gets the sympathy from the crowd there. He starts pumping up and everything, trying to fight through the pain. That's exactly what Bowens was doing in the match. They're fighting through the pain. And what do people like in matches? Underdogs. When someone's injured and they're fighting through the pain, that puts more positiveness upon them. So, of course, they're going to get cheered. So I wasn't buying the fact that Acclaim needed to win this match because they were working so good there. Sure, they did a good moves, but Swerve and Glory did a few good moves as well. So you don't just do that because they're playing the sympathy card 101. I quote unquote got injured by working to the pain. Don't give them the belt because of that shit. Maybe the crowd likes the LGBT XYZ Elemental P QOS TUV Alpha Sign Pi community. Maybe that particular section of the crowd likes that kind of shit. So you don't fucking change because of simple, basic things like that one. You change audibles in the middle of the match there maybe because someone legitimately got injured and they can't, like legitimately seriously got injured, they can't continue, like the Kyrie Zane concussion thing or whatever. Someone can't continue. Someone, like, you found out something in the middle of a match about a certain someone, so they can't have the titles anymore, or they need to drop the belts or whatever. Something legitimate there. You don't change the decision based on crowd reactions of simplicity, especially like that. Okay, so I can't remember the last time a title changed because the audience was going one way or the other one. So, like, the only one that had like the crowd in my mind where the crowd changed was, of course, Rock Hogan back in the day. Back in the day, their first and only match, I believe. So at the beginning of the match there, Hogan was coming out as the NWO Black and White there, obviously booed, and then a Rock, being the Rock, he got cheered. So in the middle of the match, they were like, the crowd was surveying things, and just by them looking at each other, the crowd wanted Hogan to be back the way he was, and so they were cheering him and to go back the way he was. So that's why that changed, and that was legitimate. That was organic because at that time, Hogan has been black and white so long; it's been so stale. Go back to red and yellow for a while, see how that works. And so the crowd willed into existence. So that's why you get that change. But they didn't change the match. They didn't change the match finish. The crowd changed the face positions of the characters, but not the ending of the match to where the Rock still won. And Hogan still got over, shaking the hand, stuff like that there. And then Scott Hall Kevin Nash came out there, and they gave him the business. Don't change your minds on things because the crowd's like, oh, I like this team more than the other team there. These guys are still the champs because they work well, they don't get injured, they don't have any prior issues. Keep the belts on them. And I fucking absolutely 1,000,000,000% hate that Tony Khan immediately, like an hour after, gave these guys a tag title rematch after fucking losing. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no legitimate story reason why those guys got a rematch. Come on, what bullshit is that? That's what I mean by Tony Khan's stupid booking. He booked it. He in the press conference he said he booked it because he liked the reaction of the fans. Are you fucking kidding me? Instead of Swerve and Glory going into new competition and new matches, they give these guys a rematch because they got a pop. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what I fucking mean by like the idiots running beside them. God damn. Okay, like if they earned a rematch, if they tricked them into a rematch, that's great. But the very next episode on Dynamite, they just magically got one. Likely because Tony Khan paid the Swerve and Glory like a big bonus or whatever for taking the match. Instead of thinking something new, just go back to the old hats. That's what WWE would do. They lost, but they still get another rematch. Get the fuck out of here. That's so fucking stupid. So, yeah, they didn't do anything to earn another rematch. Just like the crowd liked them that night, so therefore they get a rematch. That's mark-ass booking right there. What's his name said, MJF said, you fucking mark. Don't book because the marks say so. Book because it makes the best decision for your company. Just because Chicago, who cheers for anything or whatever, who reacts for anything, doesn't mean that it's right for the company going forward there. Bring up another tag team that's really strong and have them fight Swerve and Glory. You got a couple weeks there until the big show there. Make another tag team. But, of course, they don't want to do that. They just want to go back to the old hats. And Acclaimed may win this bullshit, like chance are going to win it because it's 50-50 booking. They lost last time, they got to win this time. And AEW definitely does that bullshit. They did it with Daniel Bryan and Garcia. They did it with Moxley and Orange Cassidy. Same thing over and over again. They do this quite a lot. 50-50 booking. So that's why I'm not even bothering going to Arthur Ashe or whatever. I could probably get it for $10 because no one will really be there. They're not going to show the upper bowl. Anyway, so that's it for now. Clack off.